Good evening, guys. Happy Monday, the 17th of October. So I thought that I would follow on from Jeff's masterclass tonight and all the exciting announcements about our company changes, with talking a little bit about our own customers, keeping them on product, helping them with the full solution, and alongside that, making our own business more successful, make more income, and reap the rewards of our customers being happier and healthier, with us also being rewarded for what we love doing. So obviously we know as a team, as our own business, we have two sources of income. So I'm not going to be very technical on this because I can never remember all the correct names for everything. But we have two sources of income that comes in. We have our income that comes from our commission, from our customers, from all of our sales, and then we have our income that comes in from our volume. And if you don't know about the volume, there are videos that you can watch in the coach office, which we can direct you in the right direction. There's no point in me reinventing the wheel to tell you exactly about team cycles and volume and all that kind of thing. So I always recommend that you sign up new people as a preferred customer or a coach. First of all, because you love the product. So who's to say that they won't love the product? And it's so much easier to remove the preferred customer than it is to add it on. However, if you are signing up someone who you know is struggling to even do the sign up, and they've told you that they're not going to stay on the product, then you can sign them up on a customer. As a customer, you do not need, or if they really don't want to sign up as a preferred customer, that's also okay. So don't think to yourself, they're not signing up as a preferred customer, there's no point in signing them up, because that's really not the case, just in case anyone's thinking that. So obviously we want to sign up at least a couple of preferred customers, one on each side, to become an emerald, and that's a different call for a different day. But I want you to take a pen and a piece of paper and just answer a few questions. Okay, so do you have anyone on product? Okay, so is any of your customers, preferred customers or coaches, on a monthly subscription in HD of Shakeology or Performance Stack or Recover or anything at all? And write that down and have a look at these people, because you may potentially have 6 people sitting as preferred customer in your downline that aren't ordering any product. You would be as well then speaking to them and having them change over to customer, or speaking to them and seeing what product that you can get them on. Now, when you think about these people, how did you decide what total solution pack to sign them up with? So, for example, I always sit and speak to people about what they're struggling with the most. So, do they struggle with afternoon snacking? Do they struggle with fitting in breakfast because they're super busy and on the go? Do they struggle to get out of bed, but the only time they can fit in their workout is in the morning? Like little questions like that. We have this back and forth in a conversation, either by message or when we do our Zoom call. And that's how I decide what pack would be better for them, whether they'd be better with Shakeology, Energize and Recover, or your Glow Up pack, which is the pack available at the moment. So if you are someone who just signs everybody up on a Shakeology pack, are you potentially signing them up on the best pack, or are you just signing them up on a Shakeology pack because it's cheaper or because that's what you like? So really make sure that you're meeting the needs of the person that you're signing up. Okay, this is a really important part. How do you follow up with this customer after their pack arrives? Okay, so you sign them up with their chosen product. We know that their pack potentially takes 3 to 5 working days to arrive. So how long do you take to follow up with that person? Like, I always make sure that I follow up with them about 3 days after they've ordered, because you tend to find that most people have their pack by then already. If they haven't, then I follow up again a couple of days later. So I make sure their packs arrived. I've asked them if they've got any questions, and make sure that they've opened their pack, and I know that they've got it there. Then about a week later, I'll message them again and ask them how they're getting on, and and especially if they haven't logged their first shake, if Shakeology is their chosen product, I will ask them how their first shake was. You will be absolutely shocked how many people turn around and say, I have not tried a shake yet. So then you need to, so if that's what they say, you need to ask them why. Or the other one is oh yeah, I tried my shake, but I didn't like it. Oh, what did you mix it with? And it'll be either lukewarm tap water or soy milk, because that's what it says on the box. Now, this happens to me all the time, despite the fact that I have sent them a PDF all about Shakeology, how it should be mixed, how it should, they don't tend to read it. So that's when I would point out about my PDF. I'd speak to them about how to mix up the shake. I'd tell them my own story about the shake, how I got started with my shakes, and basically advise them on how to try their first one. Then a week later, I'm following up with them again, especially if they still haven't logged a shake, because we all know that a lot of people don't log their Shakeology, and see how they're getting on with their shakes, and hopefully they've tried them. Now, about 2 or 3 days before the end of the 30 days, I always get in touch with everybody to ask them how they're getting on with their product, and remind them that the product renews after 30 days. Now, I used to right away say to people, well, don't forget to cancel because it's going to renew in a couple of days, and it was so desperate for them not to get caught out. Now what I say is, oh great, that's amazing that you're getting on with your product. How much do you have left? Well, just remember, right, so it's a way to renew. So if you've still got half the bag left, then we'll maybe delay it for a couple of weeks. Would you like me to show you how to do that? So I'm not instantly jumping into, well, if you want to cancel, because if right away you say to somebody, well, if you want to cancel, in their head, that's all they can hear, or they're telling me to cancel. I'm more likely to say, right, okay, you've got this left, let's delay it for a week, or, oh, you're loving them, that's great, so you'll be happy to continue on with them. You can change your flavor and how you're feeling, what's the best thing about it. So point out all the positives, point out the things that make you feel good about either your Energize, your Recover, your Shakeology, your Beach Bars, whatever they're using. And don't make cancelling the main thing, because you'd be surprised how many people are really enjoying them and do want to continue on with them, whether they maybe have to skip a couple of weeks or skip a month, doesn't matter. Just give them the more positive options first of all. So that's what I found is been a bit of a game changer for me. For me, I'm really confident that they will want to continue on with their product because it's amazing. So I think that's like the biggest thing to getting people to continue on with their product, is making sure that they're on the correct thing for them, and that you are following up really positively with them. If they do decide to cancel their product because they don't like it, or they say they can't afford it, then be perfectly honest with them and tell them, right, okay, well, let's cancel your preferred customer at the same time, because that $15.95 is a waste of their money if they're not ordering anything. And if and when they do decide to order something, you'll get cold hard cash for their order as a customer, rather than it being volume as a preferred customer. Also, have little incentives, have little things that make them want to stay on the product. So for example, make sure that you're changing your logging your own shake. You have to remember to log your own shake, because if you're not, they're not going to log it. Change up the way you have your shake. So, put it into oats, make it into brownies, just whatever you like to do with your shake, but share that within your group as well. Sporadically, maybe pick out someone who's been logging every day and give them a well done post, and send them a couple of Energize samples as a well done, or send them a couple of Shakeology samplers as a well done. Depending on what product they're on, send in the different products so they can try something different. I like to have sporadically out the blue Shakeology leaderboards where I count everybody's Shakeology just for a week. And then at the end of that week, have a surprise leaderboard of who's logged the most shakes. I do potentially, sometimes I get people to do like a little TikTok, energize reel, not TikTok anymore, an energize reel, or share their product in their stories, and they get like a little sample or a little incentive to say thank you for that. So different things to make them see that you're recognizing that they're using their product and they feel good about it. Maybe pop up into your bod group and speak about why you love your morning shake or your afternoon shake whenever you have it. Don't just constantly log your shake saying what you've had and that's it. You've got to get a little bit more in depth and share what you love about your product and why you're loving it. And yeah, have a box of energized samples so you can send them out to people when they sign up. Like obviously when the changes come in, all that's going to be different. But right now, send them a couple of Shakeology samplers in the post or pop them through their letterbox so they can try the opposite of what they've ordered. Also, don't be afraid. This is something that I've only started doing recently, but don't be afraid when you're doing a share a cart. So for example, I always used to be scared to do this, but if you're doing a total solution pack with Shakeology and it comes up at the end that they could get the Energize for like £29 or whatever, they do a deal, or a collagen, especially with Energize, don't be scared to add it to the cart and then say to them, I've added this Energize in because this is what I use and it gets me going every day. You can remove it if you want, but I highly recommend you try it. And you'd be surprised how many people actually add on the Energize as well and then actually fall in love with it. So be excited about the products. Like, I'm not saying be salesy, I'm not saying be fake. Be excited about the products like you are, and other people will feel that, and then they will stick on their product and be confident. Right, I'm going to stop. I think I've covered everything that I want to say, and thank you very much.